Welcome back to Game Does Play Games, where we play Final Fantasy 15 and talk about
how great this game is. So wonderful.
This is not... I want you to understand, everybody's watching right now, I am not exaggerating how upset I am right now.
He's been kind of walking around moping and like looking dead in his eyes for the last 15 minutes because we took a short break. But yeah, no, he's pretty severely disappointed. You know, your disappointment wasn't as explosive as I hoped it would be. I thought you'd be like, what is this? This game is terrible. How dare they do this to me? Instead, it was just like this sad, deep sense of dread and pain seeping in, being like, everything's horrible. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
It's because of my years of dealing with crap in retail and food industry. It's hard for me to explode at things. Now, granted, like, if I were to go apeshit on the game, it would not be the same thing as, like, exploding if I were at a work environment.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's much more likely to happen at a game. But, that being said, I've gone into what I call defensive mode.
Which is basically shutdown mode.
Yeah.
I understand that. I kind of get that way too.
It protects me
from the harm that others will bestow upon you.
Yes. That's
hey,
great.
but your fish
even
didn't leveled up.
Noctis looks how I feel.
It's like they knew. How do you fix this chapter? Maybe we should do a bonus episode and come back to chapter 13 after the update.
You can play.
Oh.
Where's it coming from?
The pipes that were right next to you. Did it even do anything to me? It didn't do anything to me. I just walked straight through it and I was fine.
It's
What is?
It's plot death. They're like, ooh, better hurry up. You're gonna plot die. Oh, you just can't go through it.
Okay.
It's their firewall.
Yeah. So, fun fact about poisonous gases is if you don't breathe them in.
The hard part is taking the deep enough breath in the first place, though. Oh, there you go. Now you're dying.
Need to stop it.
Yeah. Thank you. I saw that already.
It's pretty intuitive there. Game help
Actually, I'm
text.
not even gonna bother. Give me this. Give me this. Watch, it's an antidote. Nope. That's funny though. Oh, okay.
I mean, you could let the poison kill those guys. Oh, the door's locked. Of course.
Because for some reason, when there's demons about attacking you, the doors won't unlock. Maybe Arden's controlling them.
I mean, I think that's sort of the idea, but that's not a good...
Sort of idea is not an idea.
Valid. No, I agree.
Give it to me or don't.
You know what I think I really want to know is what the high concept for this area was. Like, what was the core design that they were trying to go for? And do they think that they achieved? I assume that they don't think they achieved it because they're patching it. And that it kind of goes down to back to the like Mass Effect 3 ending where everyone hated it so much that they were like, we'll rewrite it, we'll patch it, free DLC, we fixed it, haha, love us still. Like, I almost wonder if they're fixing it because people were not happy with Chapter 13. It was notoriously torn apart by reviewers and just general players, right? So, you know, are they fixing it because they feel like they need to? And like, obviously, we're suffering intentionally, right? We could have updated the game before I think we could have updated this before we started playing it.
We could, but then we wouldn't have experienced what? Pick it up!
We wouldn't have experienced the original design.
Yes.
And that's kind of... I don't know. I mean, that kind of speaks to, like... I've been labeled a purist when it comes to game development models, in that I don't believe that games should be modified post-release unless it's for, like, bug fixes or patches that actually don't change the game or the gameplay, but just make it more playable. So changing a level would fall into the spectrum of a no-no in my mind.
How did I guess there's still poison around. That's great. How do I only have 3 antidotes? Didn't I buy like 15?
I don't think so. I think you bought a lot of potions.
I always buy a lot of potions. Now I only have one left.
Actually, I think you were buying antidotes, and I was like, "Are you sure you don't want more?" And you were like, "Nah, I won't need it."
Whatever. I don't care. Turn these on. Blow away the poisonous gas that's here for some reason.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the DLC is just kind of like a Band-Aid, you know? It doesn't really fix the problem. It's still there.
I mean, unless it actually does fix the problem, if that makes any sense.
But like,
I mean, yeah, people are going to remember that it existed, but...
Yeah, like, it really only fixes it for new players.
But that's...
I mean, I guess that's kind of fine, but at the same time, me as a player, I feel like I'm less encouraged to buy the game and start it from the beginning at that point, because now I don't feel like I'm getting the original experience that the game wanted me to have. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Mini question of the day: what do you guys think about games that change post-release? I'm really not a fan of it. I feel like what's done is done, and anything new should be additional content, not modified content. Like, you can make the argument that MMOs are that. They're a constantly changing experience.
MMOs break the exception on a lot of things.
That's kind of where I'm at, where it's like MMOs naturally kind of fit into that space where you literally cannot change. You can't add things without really changing a lot, especially because there's no way to really truly anticipate player economy in an MMO, and that's generally one of the most important things. So being able to manipulate the game in order to keep it balanced post-release is kind of very important for an MMO. But yeah, I don't know.
It's an interesting question, and it's like looking at it from one angle. It's yeah, you fix the thing that's broken, but it should have never had that problem in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's gonna be
Ooh.
I was gonna say there's gonna be one item, and I'm gonna pick up that item, and then there's gonna be an enemy right after I get the item. There's an item here. So this time you just give me an
Whoa.
beforehand. Brilliant Medal of Distinction.
I mean, that sounds way more important than any of the other random items you've gotten. Yeah, it's interesting too, because like we've hit the occasional dead end that was a legitimate dead end in like the level design, and then we get little mini dead ends like that where it's like it's literally they just put that dead end there to basically have a spot to give you an item. So like it doesn't feel as much like a dead end, but more like an item drop spot, and that's kind of why you keep going into that, because you know there's going to be an item in there.
Yeah.
But it kind of strangely it kind of goes back to the side quests, where it's like you do the side quests because you feel obligated to do it. You go into those rooms that you know just have item drops because you know there's an item in there, and you kind of feel obligated to go get it.
Well, it kind of goes back to just the typical, like, I know this is the way I'm supposed to go, so I'm not going to go that way until I've explored everything else. Look at this poor guy. He's still alive.
Was that the shock trooper that was just, like, hanging out there?
No, he exploded when I wasn't looking at him. This is just some poor guy stuck under a crate. Dude. Dude. Let me... No, wait, come on. Seriously, just do it. I just want you to know, man. I know how you feel. We've all been there, you know? You just gotta keep your chin up. Okay,
keep your chin up, Butteroo.
We all have our bad days.
Hey, remember that time we got out of these hallways? Wasn't that great? Watch,
No.
we're gonna go up there, we're gonna go up the elevator, and the elevator's gonna crash, and we're gonna, like, go back down to floor 1 again. And then we're gonna have to get more key cards and find another elevator, but we're gonna have to first power that elevator. And then, what if this is the game? What if maybe they just didn't actually develop anything past chapter 13? They're like, no one's actually gonna finish this.
Oh.
God, I love that effect though. It's so crazy.
So what I did realize is maybe not when you're using the death spell, but while you at least while you're using that one, Alterna or whatever they call it, at least Ooh, I have a ring on. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, please do me a favor.
What?
Okay, go to the sword, and now go to the ring.
Same thing.
It's not quite, but it's so close that I was like, did they just reuse that animation?
It's probably the reusing of some animation of some weapon.
I mean, that's probably fair.
Maybe knives or something.
I was gonna say I could see him doing that with knives, or maybe like the like short blade or like the rapier. Ah, vending machine. No. Really? But we're actually putting money in there? I mean, maybe it's like locked and they won't release until.
I am
literally throwing robots into the void.
It's
Why
okay.
can't I just reach out and take the things?
It's okay.
You did this to me.
I like. Don't get me wrong. It's nice that they put a vending machine here in case we were running short on items, which
Guess
is
it makes
very
more
likely.
sense than random guy being like, you know, I understand I work for the Empire, but I
wanna
gotta make a
buy
living
something?
too.
Yeah. Like, I agree. It's better than some rando. But, like, I think it just comes down to the art on this one. Like, they could have made the art so much. I don't know. The fact that it just opens entirely makes it feel like we should just be able to reach in there and take
It's
it.
like, this is mine now. Like well,
I'm just
we
gonna take
trust
possession.
ya. Well, you shouldn't.
You're the Empire.
Plus, there's fuel on the wall. I can see it right there. I would like to buy fuel. It's in the item section there.
How about I just go back to the other armory, grab some guns, and just shoot the locks
ATM.
open?
Sweet.
Security clearance raised to level
How does that work, by the way? Are there just
access to level 4
Terminals that
zones
upgrade your
operating.
security?
yeah? Like, why does everybody not just have the highest grade security card?
You're like, yeah, I went over to the terminal the other day and upgraded my security privileges.
It's really just
Oh,
like they reward
Jimmy,
you for exploring.
Jimmy, you're not supposed to do that. Well, I mean, there wasn't really anything stopping me,
Then
so
I just stole an item out of the vending machine.
do the shock troopers explode, or are they just like,
Not if you kill them.
oh, maybe that's
Bonk.
what it is.
I like that attack because it makes no sense.
Do you think we have to fight Arden with just this one blade and the ring? Do you think we can use the death spell on Arden? Maybe that's how we beat his immortality. He's immortal against everything except for the death spell.
Actually, I mean, he should be able to get sucked into the void. Okay, so
Well, that's
Final
true.
Fantasy V had. I still argue to this day, if you were to like put all the Final Fantasy bosses in a ring, the winner would be the boss for Final Fantasy V. And the reason for it is, I probably talked about it a little bit. The reason for it is a guy that was immortal.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't die. So I guess in this case, Arden as well. But he gave up his immortality. He did a trade to control the X Zone, the most powerful, like, it's a planar
Dimension.
It's a dimension,
Yeah.
yeah, and like he controlled all the power within. And so he did a trade. It was kind of like a cool concept. Like, I don't understand how does one go about buying real estate by giving up their immortality.
No joke.
But it was kind of cool. Anyway, so he was powerful before because he was immortal, but then he used the X Zone and then won that way. Are they just gonna keep coming? Is this my life now?
This is just our life.
All right.
Didn't you come from there?
No, I didn't. I have two options. You want me to go right? I'm going this way. All right. So,
That's how it goes.
but in that, it was like they had to beat him when he was immortal, and you beat him up and then like sunder his body, and he still ends up living through it. And so you end up like throwing him into the X Zone or something like that, because you're like, I just gotta seal this guy away. I can't kill him. I'm just gonna seal him away. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball all over again. We're gonna put Garlic Jr. Yeah, we're gonna seal Garlic Jr. away because he's immortal. There's nothing we can do about it. And so what I'm getting at is I have the ability to throw things into a zone of non-existence, and yes, that would be the way to beat Arden.
I mean, it makes sense.
And if it happens, that will be great.
Yeah.
If you, on the other hand, tell me we can't beat him, then I'm going to be angry.
I also agree.
Then I am. Already.
I mean, fair.
Is this... It feels like an area I've already been in. But it most certainly is not an area I've already been in.
Not based on our map. Hey, but goblins, though. Am I right? I like that they're called Snagga. To the abyss with you. Oh, did it miss them?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh,
they're
okay.
gone. Don't worry. I got him. I don't have to deal with this Naga anymore. Or whatever they're called. Oh, wrong one. Hey, I'm talking to you. Okay, guess I'm not allowed to do it right now. For the record, I didn't bring it up before, but I can't teleport.
Oh, well.
So he like took away my kingly magic to a degree because I can still phase, which is also supposed to be kingly magic because
I mean, it's basically teleporting. It's just dodge teleporting.
yes, and that's the only reason that you can technically dodge anything that a lot of things that you're fighting against, because when a giant behemoth slams down on the ground with a sword that you can't avoid or whatever, you have magic dodging. Anyway, so I can still do that, and I can still summon a weapon out of nothing, but I can't do all the other king powers. So not only do I not understand why I don't have my weapons, but I don't understand why I can do some things and I can't do others.
You know what would have been a really compelling, like, character growth moment is forcing Noctis to be able to adapt without having any of his powers, including dodging. Like, actually forcing Noctis to get to the point where he has to pick a machine gun off the wall and use it legitimately.
Well, there's remember that cutscene that we saw? Why am I in a fight? Okay, remember that cutscene that we saw? Where, like, he's fighting alongside the dog?
What?
You don't remember it.
Was that a while ago?
Yes, not really, like, I mean, it was probably about 15 episodes ago or something like that, is my random guess.
What dog?
There was a pre-generated cutscene where Noctis was having a dream, and he's fighting alongside, Luna Freya's dog.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
He's fighting alongside Luna Freya's dog, and he's just okay. I'm upset that you can't remember it, so you're gonna put a link in the description to that video because I'm sure somebody has it up. Or
Cut off his leg, and he'd be like, "I miss my leg."
this is actually really important. Sorry, this is.
Point being, we feel bad because the little boy feels bad, and because we want a little boy to not feel bad. This is awesome. Is this from the movie?
No.
Awesome.
Now,
What?
yeah, he's having a dream right now.
Oh, dang. Noctis dreams in high fidelity.
That's how he sees the world.
I was gonna
And
say,
then there's the other dog.
yeah, I was like, why is the dog here? He does not belong in the battlefield. No.
See, I'm forcing you to do extra editing because you have a failed memory, and I'm frustrated about it. Anyway, so in that, he like is killing soldiers, and then halfway through the cutscene, he like loses his powers, can't summon swords or anything anymore, and then he just starts shooting things with the soldiers' guns. So like it is a thing that you do, but it's in a cutscene, I guess. I would guess it would happen around now, but there was no dog to be found, so.
With no dog comes no machine guns.
What's up? Rah.
Oh, hey, Arden. Oh. Sorry, I thought you were someone I knew.
Wait while the elevator descends. Or this. Miss?
Oh.
Miss?
Well, we hear Arden laughing in the background. Whoa.
Did he just...
So, something tells me that this guy is invincible. He doesn't have a health bar, does he? Oh, he does. But I mean...
Jeez, man, come on.
You're like doing no damage. Or he just has a shitload of health. I guess it could go either way, really. Wouldn't it be funny if you could just like hang out in wait mode and the elevator would still move? Like they forgot to...
Oh, he could still get me even while I'm running. Sorry, what?
I was just... QAing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is interesting. We haven't had a battle that we can't actually win.
Boom. Boom.
And I feel like this is pretty...
Elevators are right.
Wow. Hey, that was probably the quickest thing that this level chapter has given us so far.
Bye now. Push button. I mean, I'm gonna go up here. It can fly and teleport, so it's probably gonna be right there. No? You know who'd be really good at fighting that monster? Aranea.
Power must have gone out. First keys, now power.
First
What
keys, now
next?
power. What next?
Oh, now you get to walk in hallways in the dark. Hope you're ready for that.
That noise.
I'm so done. I'm not even checking your rooms anymore. I'm done with this.
That's probably for the best.
I'm so... Oh, great. Now they're coming out of the walls and on the ground, and I'm
Just 'cause it's dark.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the fight. No, there's another one. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, how many episodes has it been? Okay, so
This is the fourth one, I think.
we 52. Okay, yeah, this is the fourth episode in this hallway labyrinth,
It's better than nothing.
which equates to about an hour and a half of playtime, roughly. We've been here for an hour and a half. It seems as though we're going to be here for another half an hour. There's 2 hours in this one area. Now, like,
Why aren't you running? Run! 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 Run!
and that, like, it might not be so bad in a fun dungeon, right? You might not notice. Like, you could spend 2 hours in a Zelda dungeon. It's like, yeah, cool. Like, maybe it gets a little tedious sometimes, but it still is fun pretty much the whole time because you're seeing new and interesting things.
Oh.
Serious?
Okay.
Even Noctis is like, that worked? What? Oh, it's one of the spider things.
I really don't.
Too bad the doors won't open without the monster's gone. Hey, it's dead. Woo!
Bye.
So
Okay.
good.
Okay. Is this...
Is he gonna get up? Is he gonna grab your leg and be all like, I'm gonna get you?
if I don't go near him. I hate.
I like how you were like, haha, I don't have to deal with this. Oh, no, I have to deal with this. Also, he didn't do anything. Why was he there?
There's been a lot of bodies I've just walked past. It's
They're
supposed to be
trying
like
to do the Dead Space thing where it's like, ooh, every corpse could get you, but only some of them are gonna get you. But it's like, but this isn't actually scary, so this has no mechanical benefit.
This is an action game, not a horror game. Nobody thought Devil May Cry was scary. It was just a horror-based
Hey,
action game.
we got a recommendation to play through Devil May Cry 1 on the show.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I
They
actually
had
played Devil
some-
May Cry
Oh,
1
there he is, everybody.
back in the golden days of my AAA
Oh, he
experiences.
got me.
Ooh, he blew up.
If I could just get out of the zone of battle here. There we go. Heal my life back up. I enjoyed the first one. It had some serious camera angle issues, and combat was, for the most part, smooth as hell, except for when you compare it to the newer Devil May Cry's, not so much.
That's fair.
I think Devil May Cry is one of the first games where I realized that I hated fights that took a really long time. Because I played the hell out of the first one. I got up to Dante Must Die mode, the hardest mode. At that point, you don't really do damage with your basic melee weapons anymore. So you just have to beat the crap out of things so you can charge your devil gauge. And then once you do that, you would transform and then do a little bit of damage to everything you fought, and then have to do lather, rinse, repeat. And it was frustrating. And then
demons. Well, after I showed them the way, of course.
this is
He's getting
this is a-
sciencey on us.
panel maze. This is a panel maze.
We'd managed to make demons.
I have to guess which doors to go in now.
Make?
Well, you only have one option right now.
Where did the people... Was Cell here? Sorry.
I knew this was turning into DBZ. You're gonna you're gonna get through this panel maze. Oh boy. Oh, okay. We should come back in the next episode. You're gonna get through this panel maze, and you're gonna see Arden, and he's gonna be like, "I am perfect, Cell."
He's still blind though. He's just walk over and put. Why here? Why here? This is the.
Also, why a maze? What is Arden getting out of this? What is
I don't
what
even.
is
I don't
actually
know
the
why
benefit?
we're here anymore or what's going on.
Is this slowly degrading into what's it called? Jigsaw.
Saw?
Saw. Thank you. I don't know why.
Wow, you could remember
Is this
the
turning into
villain's
Saw?
name?
This is the Saw the game, which is also a terrible game.
Just do a question.
It's gonna be
of the
like,
day.
do you want to play a game?
Just do a question of the day. How about this? Does having the weapon make this maze any better? Okay, no, we need a real question.
Real question of the day.
Why?
Challenge of the day. If you were the one working on the patch for the Chapter 13, what would you do? How would you fix Chapter 13?
We're not going to sugarcoat it and ask you if you like it or not. Just
Well, when it's almost unanimously regarded as the worst part about Final Fantasy 15, I think we're pretty safe in saying it's bad. Just
truth.
so yeah. How would you fix it?
All right, goodbye now.
Bye.